The iPhone 13 Pro was released back in 2021, and when it was released, it was Apple's latest flagship. Everybody wanted to use it. But this is 2026, 5 years later. A lot of people are asking if this phone is still actually usable in today's standard and if it's still worth buying. So in this video, we are going to be taking an in-depth look at that. So we'll be looking at the cameras, the build quality, the performance, and the likes. So without further ado, let's get into it. The build quality of this phone is actually very solid. It still feels extremely premium even in today's standards. So it has this stainless steel, it is heavy to hold, and it is just so sleek, giving that premium flagship Apple standard. So you can't really go wrong with the build quality of this phone. The 13 Pro is still very solid. The screen is extremely good, and the boxy design is still very good, but it is significantly heavier than its previous predecessor, the 12 series. So the build quality of this phone is still very solid in my own opinion, and I'm going to give the build quality an A+. When you turn it on, the display is still one of the best selling points for the 13 Pro, because the 120Hz ProMotion display actually started with the 13 Pro. So it is significantly better than the previous series and also the base 13. So the screen also is, the display is also very good, very solid. When you're watching movies or YouTube videos, animations are also smooth with this phone. The display is extremely rock solid, okay, and everything just feels fast and responsive. And when you also go outdoors, it is not comparable to phones of today's standard, but it's still usable. You can still see it outdoors, but it's not that bright, but it's still very usable. What you just need to watch out for when it comes to the display is just the white screen problem. A lot of users has complained about the white screen problem. They just plug their phones, or they are doing a major software update and the screen just turns to white. It's not displaying properly again, which I myself also encountered. I had to just get another screen replacement. So that is another big issue you need to consider when you're going for this phone. But other than that, the display is very solid, and I'm going to give it B+. Now let's move to the performance of this phone. The A15 Bionic chip is still very solid even in 2026. It handles all your tasks easily. Either you are doing heavy gaming or watching or doing any sort of video editing or multitasking, this chip still handles everything very smoothly. But when it comes to gaming, I game a lot with this phone. I play Call of Duty Mobile. The thing is just it gets hot easily, but that is not a problem. It happens with almost every device. What I would just recommend is always playing with a fan attachment. I will always recommend that because that's what I do, and I play on low graphics and ultra frame rate, and gaming on these devices extremely smooth. So just make sure you are playing on low graphics, ultra frame rate, and in very important, using a fan attachment. That is going to help with the heat issues. And if you just do that, gaming is extremely smooth and you will love it. Okay, so that is that for the performance. I'll give the performance a B-. So when it comes to the battery life, this phone is still actually very good. The battery is still solid, but it's a 5-year-old phone now, so obviously you need to make sure the device you're getting, the battery health is still very good. And if it is not, just make sure you have a proper battery replacement. And other than that, this still lasts me like half a day, so it's still very good even in today's standard. It's not like you'll be looking for power banks here and there, so this phone is still good. When it comes to the battery, I'll just rate the battery a C. It's fair. Let's talk about the cameras. So I know the camera is one of the main reasons why people want to go for a particular device. And let me just tell you, the camera on this phone is extremely good. It is rock solid. Even in today's standard, it is very good. It beats majority of the mid-rangers and even some flagship on its level. So the 13 Pro camera is extremely good. Either you're taking the portrait or taking video. Okay, so this is the front-facing camera. No microphone is attached, and and I'm shooting 4K 30 FPS. This is really good. Well, everyone knows Apple has one of the best image, best video shots. So this is really good. This is really good, and you can also shoot ProRes, but this is front-facing 4K 30 FPS. This is also the rear camera. 4K 30 frames per second, 4K 30 FPS. Yeah, really good, really still good. Okay. I still believe Apple still has the best videos when it comes to mobile phone. So the 13 Pro is no exemption. It's still very good, even in today's standards. So you need to make sure the device or the unit you are getting has not been replaced with an inferior camera module. So other than that, it's very good. So if you're a content creator or you do mobile videography or mobile photography or anything, this phone is still actually very solid, and I'm going to give it an A+ even in 2026. Let's talk about the pricing for this phone. So this phone still sells for around 500 to 550,000 naira, which is around $350. And it just depends on the unit you are buying, how clean it is, and also the vendor you're buying from. So the pricing for this phone is still okay in 2026. And when it also comes to the resale value, iPhones generally have proper resale value. So even if you are going to be selling in a year or 2 years time, people will still buy. So far your device isn't faulty or having any issues whatsoever. So when it comes to the pricing and the resale value, I'll give it a B+. The iPhone 13 Pro is still a very good device. I must say it's still a very good device, even in today's standards. The only thing I would just say is missing from today's phone when it comes to Apple is, the USB-C instead of the lightning cable, and also the dynamic island. So there's no dynamic island on this phone. So other than that, the 13 Pro is still very solid device, even in 2026. Just make sure you are ready for the widescreen. I don't know why that happens, but just brace yourself for it. So that is that for the 13 Pro. If you have the money and you're thinking of going for this phone, please go for it. It's still a very good device. Go for it. It's going to do everything you want it to do, even in today's standard. So if this video is helpful, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.